Well, sports fans, did anything happen over the last couple of days? So, an interesting gambit is being played. So, we got a glowy that has now kind of cinched that people can't deny that something's very wrong with the country, being that everybody wants to kill a candidate who is really obviously the only qualified person, and that the only reason why anybody dislikes him really is because they're intimidated by successful white men. So one of the things that has come up is the new homesteading idea. And this is something that I brought up. I did a video earlier today that I'm going to upload that discusses this idea. And I just wanted to really present something for the young people that you're pissed because you're like, why is it like this? Why can't I have anything? Why can't my life be good? Like, why does my life have to suck? Well, this is the interesting part. Most of the major cities you're in, about 90% of the population of the United States lives in 150 out of 3,000 counties. So, you're probably living in a city because, well, where else are you going to live? This really applies to Black Americans. Black Americans who you really think there's some reason for you to vote for Kamala. I'm actually going to point out to you how you don't really have a choice. You are just deciding to... You like the cotton field. You like it because you know where your meals are going to come from. And that's real. A lot of you just need to start accepting that humans are kind of like that. And that you should just accept that it's like, no, you need to challenge yourself. You need, for a moment, to make a leap and challenge yourself, because it's easy to vote for Kamala because she's stupid. It's easy to vote for Democrats. They just tell you everybody's racist and hates you, so vote for us and everything will be fine, even though they cannot do anything correctly. Well, here's an interesting idea. See, Trump is about to take all of their power away permanently. If there is a homesteading act, like he said, if he basically, and the Republicans can't say no to this. This is what ejects the Republicans who like handing money to wealthy people through regulation. That it's over. If this happens, this means that there's going to be infill. And so here's the part. If you live in the 150 counties out of 3,000, what does this mean? What does that mean? It means you live in 2% of the United States. Only 2% of the United States of the contiguous 48 states is developed. 2%. 98 to 95% of it is totally empty. And you aren't allowed to live there because we the people say we the people can't live anywhere other than these places that rely on property taxes. They rely on you preying upon you because you have to pay. You have no place to go. You're gonna stay on that fucking cotton field, you motherfucker. And you're gonna work for some shit company. And they're gonna, and you're not going to go out into the hinterland. Why? Because there's wild white men out there. And they're gonna get you. That's what they're telling you. That is what it's not that where you live now is obviously got fucking problems. No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all the problems where you live right now. See, the only reason those problems exist is because, something about Trump. It has something to do with him. It has something to do with, like, men and Trump and racism or something, So, what a lot of people don't really get is how advantageous it is to these cities to have you confined there. That these landlords, they don't really have to improve. These, every place is kind of becoming a little more slummy, Well, unless suddenly there is somebody who knows, because of some large-scale project, that they'll be able to build houses and that the price of them will be so low that people would have to be foolish not to buy them. And the beautiful part is, you see, this is one of these that, this doesn't mean family houses. Why would this mean family houses alone? Oh my gosh, well look who it is. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this fuzzy guy. Look at you. Look at you. Everybody's looking at you. You're a star. You're a star. What is your name anyway? Let's see your little, do you have a little tag? No, you don't have a tag on. Of course not. I know. Yeah, there's food in there. There's delicious. No. You can't go in there. Okay. All right. Come on. Come on. All right. I know you want to come in here, but you're not allowed in my room. Oh, cute little kitty. It's out there. It's just staying out there now. It's like, you're going to come back out. I know. At some point. I'll just wait. That's what I do. I'm a cat. So, and I started to think about this. I'm like, no, you can have success. You can have a future. You can, all of this idea of, you could live out in the countryside. Ladies, for generations, I just want to live out in the country and blah, 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 and a dog in the country and just sit in my backyard and drink wine. You can have that. You can have that. That can be real. Not right now, because houses are too expensive. Oh, and what's going to happen? Oh, these people who have these homes that they paid 50 grand for in the 80s and 90s, now we're selling them for 200 to 300 grand and nobody will buy them. Well, what's going to happen? They're going to have to eventually sell them for cheaper. Now, the thing is, a lot of these cities, they will remain the cities. They will still be there, But I mean, just like Kansas City once was a town deserving of song. San Francisco, once a city deserving, go with flowers in your hair. I hated that. Hated when say, oh yeah, I'm from San Francisco, and some fucking loony boomer would start singing that. Like, yeah. And oh, what's your name? Donovan. Oh, mellow yellow, drugs. Oh, the 60s are so cool. I'm just like, I don't know who that is. I'm named after my grandfather. I don't know who Saffron is. I don't care. And so, I just have to say now, and this is then the last one. Stick it to the fucking rich. Stick it to the politicians. You're going to find, watch who opposes Trump's ideas. They just say, oh, this is crazy, it's stupid. And then they're going to be like, oh, the environment. They open up national lands, they're going to build in the national parks. What fucking crazy, it's so loony. They're going to say every possible lie. Remember, most importantly, people like the Young Turks, people like Hassan, all these fucking lowlives on the fucking progressive left, they're all going to make this sound like, oh yeah, we'll see what happens. Trump's probably going to open up all this land, and then they're just going to start burning the forests because that's what capitalists do, because they're lunatics. They're lunatics who won't deal with how market economics really works. I mean, honestly, one of the only people I'm expecting might actually be able to kind of summon enough maybe I just shouldn't be a ridiculous juvenile, tiny little bigot man, little quasi girl thing, about this is Destiny. Destiny wouldn't be able to deny that the market economics make sense. That if you had more land available and that the government suddenly reduced building restrictions tremendously, that people would probably create whole towns. And then there's the idea of, why doesn't the left make their own fucking towns? They're supposedly such amazing fucking people. Why don't they make their own fucking towns? No, they move to a place like the way Aaron Clarey said it. Like locusts, they go to where the crops are already abundant. That's why Hassan lives in LA. So, I just want to put that out there. Because you could have your revenge. The whole game is you can't work outside of certain boundaries. You have to. These are the laws of how you must work. Where you are an employee, you can more complicated things. No, that requires you paying half of your once it's anything other than you being employed by somebody wealthier than you, suddenly you got to pay like half of your fucking take home money. Are you a contractor? You a hairdresser? Pay up. Pay up, sucker. You brought your own skills. You have to pay for everything. And now you got to pay everybody else too. So that illegal immigrants can get handed houses. But you're not allowed to ever be able to afford one. That's how this really is working. This is how the game... It says macaroni on my birth certificate. Puddin' Tame is my middle name. You're getting played only knowing half the game, like the coup said. So don't get played, suckers. Don't get played like fucking suckers. Vote for somebody who is going to actually make some shit change. Kamala won't. Kamala's only going to make this a worse place to live, and it will every day. And now you have no evidence to the contrary. You have nothing. Nothing that she's ever done in her whole life that will tell you she will actually improve your life. That by the end of the policy train, then your life you will be paying less money to the government. You will make more money at your job. You will not feel stress because you will lack safety and life is fucking chaos. Nobody's going to try to have sex with your child at school. But no, it's you want to vote for Kamala because you're a chump, just like Malcolm X said. You're just a fucking chump.